Hello YouTube, I'm Frostfire, and in this series, I briefly talk about my current and past furry/anthro crushes. Just as a reminder, I am dedicating one video per crush rather than multiple. This video is about one of my middle school fictional crushes, an old flame, but newer than Mitchell, that is still relevant to who I am as a furry. Before I delve into what made me pine over this character, allow me to give you some background info into his evolution from his first appearance into the media I was introduced to him. Espio the Chameleon is a character from the Sonic series, known for his ninja-like abilities and stealthy nature. He made his first appearance in the 1995 game Knuckles' Chaotix for the Sega 32X, where he was part of the Chaotix Detective Agency alongside other characters like Vector the Crocodile and Charmy Bee. When Espio was first introduced in Knuckles' Chaotix, he was depicted as a cool, disciplined, and somewhat aloof character, with a distinct chameleon design that highlighted his ninja-like qualities. His coloration was a striking purple, and he had the unique ability to become invisible and blend into his surroundings, reflecting real chameleon traits and his stealthy persona. His design included a prominent horn on his nose, a sleek body, and traditional ninja footwear. Despite the obscurity of the 32X console, Espio and the aforementioned characters were reinvented for the modern era. The game he appeared in within the series for the first time in almost a decade, alongside an anime series that aired at the same time, were two very important things as a young teen. Here's a look at how Espio's character and design evolved, particularly focusing on his appearances in Sonic Heroes and Sonic X. Sonic Heroes, released in 2003, marked a significant evolution in Espio's character and design. In this game, Espio is still part of Team Chaotix, working alongside Vector and Charmy to solve various missions, but lacking Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel from Knuckles' Chaotix. Several aspects of Espio's design and character were refined for this game. Espio's design was updated to be more streamlined and modern. His body was sleeker, and his overall appearance became more detailed, with sharper lines and a more vivid pinkish color. Though many claim it's purple, I do not see this, but to each their own. He retained his horn, but it was stylized to fit the updated aesthetic of the Sonic series during the era. His ninja attire was more pronounced, with added details that emphasized his stealthy and agile nature, such as his ninja gloves and footwear. In Sonic Heroes, Espio's abilities were highlighted through gameplay mechanics. He could turn invisible, allowing him to sneak past enemies and solve puzzles, which directly tied into his chameleon characteristics and ninja skills. His combat abilities were enhanced, showcasing his speed and precision in various attack moves. Espio's personality was further developed in Sonic Heroes. He was portrayed as serious, disciplined, and highly skilled in martial arts. This was in contrast to the more lighthearted and sometimes bumbling nature of his teammates, creating a dynamic team balance. He took on the role of the strategist and tactician within Team Chaotix, often providing insightful commentary and guiding the team's actions during their missions. Sonic X, the anime series that aired from 2003 to 2006, also featured Espio and expanded on his character and design. Espio's design in Sonic X closely followed his updated appearance from Sonic Heroes, maintaining his sleek and agile look. The animation style of Sonic X allowed for more expressive facial features and movements, making Espio appear more dynamic and vibrant on screen. In the anime, Espio's ninja skills were frequently showcased, often through scenes involving stealth missions and espionage, fitting his character's theme perfectly. His serious and stoic personality was maintained, but the show also explored his sense of loyalty and camaraderie with his teammates. This added a layer of depth to his character, showing that despite his aloof exterior, he cared deeply for his friends and their collective goals. Espio's role in Sonic X often involved strategic planning and providing critical support during missions. He was depicted as a reliable and resourceful member of the Chaotix Detective Agency. As I mentioned at the beginning, this crush is an old but relevant flame. His modern version hasn't stopped being aesthetically attractive, both in looks and his deep voice, voiced by Bill Corkery in Heroes and David Willis in X. I used to spend literal hours playing Team Chaotix's gameplay in Heroes just to trigger the hint rings to hear his buttery voice. It didn't matter what he said, I wanted to stim to it.
I sense gold.
Still gives me chills to this day. It's honestly what attracted me to him in the first place, and was where I discovered my liking for deep voices. So yeah, a lot of his quotes from Heroes and X are still fresh in my mind.
Can't you buy an alarm clock?
Plus, I've always liked ninjas, and actually this chameleon influenced my crush on Kakashi Hatake from Naruto, as they're virtually identical in terms of personality. But sadly doesn't count here because he's human. Boo. His cool demeanor and no-nonsense attitude is just something I cannot seem to shake off concerning attraction with certain characters. Espio is the kind of guy you'd want in your life because he could protect and guard you in many different ways. He's loyal to his friends, and if he was romantically interested in anyone, you'd know he'd be loyal to them. And considering that he said,
"Death to the evil one. Die a lonely death,"
in reference to Eggman after a boss battle, he'd absolutely hunt down anyone who hurt his love interest. While he is a bit full of himself, nowhere near as badly as Sonic, his honor-bound nature means he'd respect his partner with the utmost passion. There's plenty more I could say, but I don't want to be here all day. I'll just say I was down bad for him. I had his name written in stickers on my door at one point. I think that covers all of the necessary points about this crush. Alright, that's all I got for you today, and until we meet again, stay floofy.